Hey boo, hey, welcome back to my channel. Hey. Hey boo, welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley Abundance. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking this video. You are greatly appreciated. You are now tuned into the podcast series. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this series, but you know how we do. This is the winning team, and if you want to be part of the winning team, all you have to do is click subscribe. On tonight's topic, we're going to be discussing how to be unbothered. Now, this is an idea that a lot of people unfortunately miss and don't understand because people be letting shit get to them all the time. Excuse my language. But this used to be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so overly concerned, so like living in a state of people pleasing and just like not living to my full potential and loving myself and ultimately having self-love and self-awareness, because that's what like being bothered entails. It's putting you on the back burner. It's putting how you feel in the hands and judgment of other people. And baby, we don't got time for that. So I was thinking of coming in, checking in with you guys tonight and just giving you some advice and real wisdom on how to not be unbothered. Because baby, I've been the queen of unbothered for a hot little minute now. Okay. So this is going to be a fun topic, and I hope that you guys can relate. And also, like, please always be sure to leave comments and tips and advice for the community, because baby, like, we're on this journey together, and like becoming our best self and becoming our divine self is the primary mission for us all. So if you have any tips, any advice, or any stories relating to people pleasing and just relating to like, you know, just you growing as a person, please leave it in the comments. But we're going to get started on this topic. I have broken down this topic into 5 key talking points, which is just going to be like more so of a flowing type of conversation. Not really too much of key bullet points how I did in my last podcast. And if you haven't checked out that video is titled "You Are Alone, Not Lonely." So be sure to check that out before this video if you can, or even after. Make sure you like and leave a comment. But we're going to get straight into it. Being unbothered is a skill. Truly, like putting yourself first and not caring what anyone has to say, how they feel, what they think, and any judgments that may be placed upon you is truly a skill. And like all skills, it takes practice. And with all skills, it takes self-awareness, right? Because like we need to accept that overcoming our goals and beating obstacles and things like that are going to require extreme confidence within ourselves. So we have to do our part in like blocking out any hate, any negativity, any ill intention that may be placed upon us when it comes to facing our reality and like reaching our goals and things. So being unbothered is a skill, and it's a necessity to this life. I kind of mentioned earlier the idea of people pleasing and just like how that affects our reality, right? Like if we constantly are so concerned with what other people think about us, where does that leave room for how we feel about ourselves? Because like how you see and view yourself is the only thing that matters. What if I told you the only opinion that matters is yours? What if I told you like the only person stopping you from success, the only person stopping you from the dream lifestyle and relationship and love and finances and everything that you have and that you want is you? What if I told you you were like the villain in your story? And that's all that matters. Your perception is the only one that matters. So like, let's try to weed out all the distractions and all the naysayers, all the haters, and anybody who is unimportant, because really the only person that's really important is you. But we'll leave that alone for another day. And I will bring that to my first point. My first point being, keep shit to yourself. And I'm being vulgar and I'm using this language on purpose to wake you up, right? Like this is a conversation that needs to be had. And some people need this type of advice. Some people need to learn like how to not care, because unfortunately, some of us are empaths. Not unfortunately, some of us have been blessed. Let me rephrase my wording. Some of us in this life have been blessed to be empaths, meaning that we can sense and feel other people's energies. We can pick up on subtle cues. And sometimes this plays a role in like how we think and feel about ourselves. And sometimes, like, we people please because we can sense that other people's feelings and we think we can sense how that person feels towards us. But part of that and part of like, gaining some control and gaining some balance is keeping things to yourself. One, keeping things to yourself is honestly super important because not everybody has your best intentions, baby. A lot of us will stay clear from drama and stay clear from judgment if we just keep our mouth closed. I have that problem myself. There's certain people in this life I tell my business to, and then as soon as I'm done telling them, they get on my nerves. It backfires on me, and I'm like, dang, like, I knew I shouldn't have told them that. I wrote down in my journal that I wasn't going to tell these people my business because they're negative, because they don't understand me, because they don't want more for themselves, okay? Not everybody is meant to receive your great news, and a lot of times they're not even meant to receive bad news, and you can't vent to some people because they really just want to know your business. So either way, like, overly sharing and giving people insight and inside look and inside light to your life may not be what's best for you, and it may come to backfire on you. So I suggest getting in therapy because, of course, like, as people, we want to vent and we want to share like important moments in our life and things that we have going on. Like, it's only natural. But with that, like, choose wisely who you're talking to. And if I can give you advice on who to talk to, I'd suggest talking to a therapist because legally they can't tell your business. They can't tell nobody that Billy Joe is cheating on you and he did this to you and did that and you lost your job. So now everybody in the streets don't know all your teas, I've been watching the Gag Order too much talking about teas. But listen, hear me. A lot of people just want to know your business to gossip. And a lot of times when you choose to vent to people and get support and encouragement, a lot of times we may not get that from certain people. So I'm just saying the first tip being, don't tell everybody your business and keep some things to yourself because it may not be what you expect. So in order to thoroughly bring out this point, I'm going to give you some advice because I love you. And more than likely, you probably already received this advice from someone very wise. But that advice being, don't tell people your good news until the good news has arrived. Basically, when something is in the works, when you are manifesting, when you are preparing, when you are doing the work in order to receive an outcome, don't share your news. Don't share what you're doing. Don't share the plans. Don't share, try to keep as much to yourself because by that time, because when you keep it to yourself until the moment has came, there will be no negativity put onto it. Because those moments of manifesting, those moments of preparation are essential to the outcome of what you want, right? And I want to explain this even more because you may be thinking oh, what's the harm of telling so-and-so that I really like this guy and I'm getting to know this guy. Now, so-and-so, okay, let's name this person. So, Kelsey. So Kelsey's my best friend, or Kelsey is my coworker, or Kelsey is whoever Kelsey is. And I want to tell Kelsey that I got a new man and him and I are working on building something and eventually we're going to get married and we have so many plans and goals for ourselves in this relationship. Kelsey being my best friend or my favorite coworker or someone, she may consciously want the best for me. She may truly want the best for me. However, in Kelsey's personal life, she may be super bitter, super jaded, and have a horrible outlook on relationships and men. So she may consciously love you, but Kelsey is hating herself right now. So there's not much love that Kelsey can put on your outcome in the relationship and love that you have for your man because Kelsey doesn't have room to be happy for you right now. So what tends to happen is subconsciously they are stirring feelings of resentment, jealousy, and all that energy and all those thoughts are now tainting your manifestation, your process, and how you're going to live this life. Because everyone has their own problems, and people unknowingly may project their negativity onto you. And this is important to note, and like a lot of people don't talk about this. Like, just because like people appear happy to you on the outside, they may not be happy for you, for real, for real. They may truly like want to be happy for you, but like their life is just so messed up. And who can blame them, right? Nobody's perfect. So it's just in your best interest. Keep it to yourself. Keep it private. And in that way, like, you won't be so worried and concerned. Like, you will literally like be unbothered because no one's judging you. And this is a major key.